Hello paddlers, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you about a new PFD, I can't get my words out, a buoyancy aid I've picked up and why I picked it up and a few special features it has. It's another buoyancy aid I just wanted to talk to you about. Now before anyone asks, I thought you wore your Crew Saver life jacket, George. I do, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I got this because in the hot summer days it's really lightweight and you can imagine the ventilation, it goes without saying. However, two reasons why I wanted to try something different. The main reason is I wanted something with a pocket because this ain't got any pockets at all, right? No pockets, right? So that was a bit of a downside. But I also, for another reason, which I'll tell you about in a minute because it's quite funny. Okay, I left a paddle spot and had to go back for some. I got half a mile down the river and thought, oh no! So I had to turn around and paddle all the way back and pick something up that I'd left, which I won't do with this jacket, unless I leave the jacket. Right, so yeah, I'm still going to be using this. I'll probably use this mostly now for winter, because I'm very happy with this one. I should point out, just in case you've come across this, because I'm going to be showing you a PFD, a personal flotation device, whereas this is a life jacket. What's the difference? Somebody might ask, so I'll do it quick. Right? A life jacket is really designed to keep you afloat, keep your head out of the water, and to sort of like, there's no guarantee you're going to get rescued and survive, but if you're in the sea or in a huge lake or wherever really, and if you're not a great swimmer, this is the sort of thing you want, a life jacket. You've got more chance of surviving with this one rather than a PFD, because one of these zip up ones, you've seen them, even if you're new, you've seen them if you've clicked on this video. They're really only designed for like strong swimmers. You fall in, you swim to shore, you swim for your boat or whatever. They're not life jackets, the flotation devices which keep you afloat while you swim. Just a quick caveat. Right, so the new one, Itiwit. I wanted something light and I wanted something extremely baggy, not baggy, loose. Right, so, and as I've said, I wanted something with pockets. Where this is slightly different, there's a centre strap here to tighten it up. I just won't bother with that at the moment, just get out of it. Where this is slightly different to a standard, there's a little clip here to put your zip in, but I'm not going to bother doing that for purposes of this video. Where it's slightly different, a PFD now would be ready to jump in the water and you're ready to go. You've seen them, they've got all that padding and stuff like that, and they're all ready to go and everything. Whereas this one isn't got no padding in, it's got no inflation. If I fell in, it's got a little bit, but if I fell in I'd probably sink if I didn't swim. So what good is it then, George? Good question. We'll do this in stages. I said I wanted a pocket. Well, there's a pocket here with a little string inside to tie your phone round or whatever and have your phone in there once you put your phone in a case or whatever. Then there's also a zip pocket with another little string inside, if I can get my hands on it, to like put your, it's elastic so it keeps it straight. To say fasten your keys up or whatever, but it's quite big, you can push your phone in there. But that's all I really needed, a couple of small little pockets. So you've got that strap coming out again because they haven't fastened it. There's a strap to pull it in tight. But because it's not inflated, it's extremely thin and loose and light. Now if you do fall in the water and you're panicking and you can't get up or whatever, it's got here, and yes, it's a little bit fiddly, I'm not going to lie, it's got a little tube. I'm not going to pull it all out, but you pull it out about 3 breaths and then it fully inflates. Stay with me, don't tune out yet. Alright, a lot of people say, oh, not bothering with that. Hang on, it's got something else, something special. Because it also has an emergency pulse switch which activates a gas CO2 cylinder you have in there. Now the CO2 cylinder, where have I put it? Where have I put it? Bloody hell. Let's just do a jump shot. And I'm back. CO2 cylinder does come with it. And the good thing, unlike this, where the CO2 canisters are about £30 each, these are about £5, maybe 6 or 7, depending where you look or whatever, but they're about, say, £5-ish. So, and you can replace them while you're actually wearing your jacket. Like right now, if I open this up, I'm not going to do it now and I'll tell you why in a minute. If I just open that up, all you do is, this little tag here, right, that you've just pulled, you close it, you put a little safety clip in which comes with the gas cylinder, that little green thing there, right, and then you just screw in your new gas can. That's it. Alright, that's all there is to it, and then push it up. There is a little elastic loop to hold the CO2 canister in place, but yeah, and then it blows up. Now you could, in theory, well, no theory about it, you could, if you're going for a long way and you're worried you might have to use that a few times, you could take, at £5, you could take 2 or 3 of these with you. Keep them in like a little, you get one of them little cooler bags, I suppose, and then just keep it in a bag in your boat. So you can actually replace these while you're wearing. You see this style, if I activate this and I want to replace the cylinder, there's no way. I need a big flat table because I need to fold the jacket all in certain ways and to replace. Whereas if I've inflated this and then I've got back on the boat and I'm all fine, there's a handle just here that I pull and it lets, I hope you can see that black thing, it lets all the air out. Right? The easiest way to do it, you sat on your boat, cross your arms, pull the handle and push down to squeeze the air out and push back to squeeze any air out in the back, right? Because it fills up your shoulders, your front and the back, and it's a 50N. Right? I'm not going to explain that because if you're watching a video about buoyancy aids, you already know what 50N is. Right? So that's it basically. You've got a pull, inflate you instantly, only £5-ish to replace. You can replace it while you sat on the boat. Because it's a high one, right? And when deflated, like it full manoeuvrability. But I did say to you there was an extra reason, not just the pocket why I wanted this. I went out about a week ago now, and I filmed a lot of it for a video. I haven't edited it all yet, but I'll see what's on, because I don't think once I realised I forgot, it was my water bottle. Right? I'd left my water bottle on the bank, took off about half a mile down the river, and I thought, oh God, no, because I was thirsty. Right? Now I did have 2 litres in the back of the boat, alright, but there was nowhere to stop, so I had to turn around, go all the way back, get my bottle. I thought, oh, it's still there and stuff like that. And I remember when I had a motorbike, I actually had a water bottle in my back, alright, with a tube. You've seen them on like rucksacks and stuff, right? Well, on my motorbike, well, not on my motorbike, on me and my leathers, I had this tube with a water bottle in the back, and I started looking for buoyancy ears, life jackets for that, and that's where I found this one. Because if you look at the back, well, hopefully you could see the zip there, right? It comes with a water bladder. It only holds a litre, right? So it's not going to be like a 3 or 4 day trip thing. It's easy to refill, right? You don't have to take it all out and everything to refill it. And it's a case of you put it in, the tube comes through this little pocket here, comes down, you can clip it just there, or you could clip it there, or you could run it through a boat, whichever, you know what I mean, that's up to you. Once the tube's through here, it's up to you what you do with it. I tried it, it worked, I didn't film it. I should have filmed me filling it, putting it in and stuff like that, but I didn't, because I'm crazy. So yeah, so I just thought I'd tell you about it. It's Itiwit, it's from Decathlon. I'll leave a link in the description. Alright. Now, I cannot say go buy one, they're brilliant, because I haven't jumped in the water with it. But with something like a PFD, they all do the same thing, alright, to keep you afloat for a bit. I mean, you can watch hundreds of different reviews on PFDs and the same sort of results happen. They jump off the boat into the water to see if this thing keeps them up, and yeah, it does. Right? Some keeps you up a bit better than others, some keeps you more comfy than others, but they all do the same sort of thing. Alright, so there's no big difference there. You see, unlike a life jacket, I'm not going to pick it up again, a little headpiece comes up, a neck piece comes up, it comes out, and you cannot roll onto your belly. If you could sleep, you're in the sea and you fall asleep, you're not going to drown, you're not going to roll over. Whereas with something like this, or any PFD, if you're floating and fall asleep, you could actually roll over onto your stomach, right, and drown. You'd probably wake up as you start to swallow water and coughing and spluttering, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so I just wanted to tell you about it. And that's that extra piece inside. Might as well show you while we're here. You'd get it on and sort of like one size, well, it's not one size fits all, that's a lie, there's different sizes. And you lock it in place there, and then just zip it up. Okay. But yeah, I'm happy about the pockets, I'm happy about the water supply that goes in the back. I'm extremely happy about the CO2 canister because I like that. That means you haven't got a big bulky frigging thing on you. And these, it says you don't have to change it, you only have to change them every 5 years. Right? Personally, I'd probably change them every 3 years. Right? And at that price, what's the big deal? Now, this tube here that I didn't bother with, right? It does work. I have actually pulled it out and blown the pier. I'll tell you what, for sake of videos, for the sake of the video, you pull it out so you can see everything actually work. Same effect as if I pulled that, it'd inflate automatically, whereas this, you pull it out and about there. There, 3 breaths. Alright, just leave that there for a minute. If I turn on an angle, you'll see now I'm all puffed up. Let me just put that away a bit again. Now, I was saying about deflating, that's what the CO2 canister would do, but it'd probably put a little bit more air in. But say you just fall in and you don't want to pull your handle and you're not panicking, you've got all the time in the world, you might even be holding onto your boat and think, oh, I will inflate this. You can see 3 breaths and you're inflated. Right? And to deflate, if I show you that way, to deflate, you grab that handle and like I said, if you were sat on a kayak, you could lean back to get all the air out. There you go. All the air's out now, and we're back to normal again. So we've climbed back in the boat, we've let the air out, and we're off again. Or you just unscrew that and put another gas cylinder in if you pulled it because it was an emergency. But I can't find anything I don't like about it. It's comfortable. I would recommend one thing. If you decide to order one, if you're a medium, get a large. If you're a large, get an extra large. If you're a small, get a medium. You get the gist. Because this, which I wouldn't have normally bought, it's only because I read a review. This is a double XL. And I normally get, depending on what's what, but large, sometimes extra large. I'd never buy a shirt or anything that's double XL because I know it'd bury me. But this is double XL because I thought, well, I usually get a large or an extra large. I thought, it's Decathlon. Within 24 hours I can send it back and get the next size type thing. 48 hours. You get a 2-year warranty, which means if something does go wrong, hopefully not in the water, but if something does go wrong, say it tears or rips or the zip or something within 2 years, you can just either send it back to Decathlon, walk into any Decathlon store and they'll either give you your money back, no questions asked. 2 years later, 18 months let's say, 18 months later, you're walking home and zip's bust. Would you like a new one, sir, or your money back? I'll have my money back. There you go. And that's what Decathlon warranty is. There's no quibbles. Right? Old for new or full refund. They are brilliant. Anyway, yeah, so I will take this off for a second. Oh, it's not a double XL. I apologise. It's XL, extra large. That's usually more of a large, but this is extra large. And there's your 50 buoyancy rate. Yeah, the water bottle, simply, I'll just take it out of here. It only holds, all twisted here. Oops. It holds a litre of water. Now, when I first opened this, I've also filled it, I've squeezed it just to check it not ripped or leaked, and it was perfect. But I thought to myself, what the hell's this bloody thing? And I nearly cut it off, because what that's for, it's for filling. I'll just try and move this out the bloody road. It's for filling. You slide the end off like that and that holds onto it, you see. It's like a dry bag technique, but it's got like a plastic seals. It's hard to explain, but it like locks in, and then you open it up, you fill it up, you seal it over again, similar to a dry bag, and you take your end and just slide it in, and it locks in place. That locks in place, alright? So don't cut that off. And then it really is simple. I'm not gonna, I can't show you how simple it is because there's no water in it. You literally just slide it in. This will get squashed, alright? But you slide it in, you take your tube, and I said this is that pocket. You just take your tube, slide it through that hole. This is easier when there's water in that bag, by the way. pull it out the other side and then do whatever you want with it basically. And it works really well. I have tested it because any type of, even, you know, if you've got a mug, you'd wash it first. Well, something like this, you're going to want to test. You'll fill it with water, don't drink them first few mouthfuls. Suck it out, spit it out, don't drink them, because you don't know about the plastic, it might be sat there a bit, the rubber or whatever. I also like this little end, right? It's off now. Now you can do this while it's in your mouth, in fact that's probably the way it's designed, but it turns. That's on, so water will come out. That's off, so water won't come out. It actually says on and off, but as you suck, now it comes out, so you think, oh, you have to turn it around. But like I said, you can turn it with your mouth, but it's just as easy to use your hands, and then now it's going to get split. But yeah, so I wanted something I can't ever leave or forget, because I'm a plonker. So that's why when I thought about getting a PFD life jacket, any type, I wanted something with like a rucksack, water bladder, or a motorcycle. If I show you a bit that close up, you can see that's where the air comes out. That's the little tag. Now, if you, this is, you know when you'd say double stitched or triple stitched, this is about 8 times stitched in, that cord. Alright, but if for any reason it did split, you can unscrew this, alright, and connect on another piece of cord. Right, but I can't really see that splitting unless you're yanking on it 3 or 4 times a day, because I keep falling in. But yeah, it's it's a good jacket, and you know what I mean. Itiwit, so you know it's going to be a good brand, you know it's a good brand, and you know it'll be a good make. And yeah, so I'm extremely happy. This could have been made slightly different, even though, there you go, if you're finding trouble getting it back in, if you just put your, because this has got a cap on, if you just put your thumb on top, push, and it's in. So it's not as difficult as I just made out. But yeah, so it's lightweight. It's a lot lighter than my Crusader. Even though this is light and there's plenty of air and freedom in it, this is lighter. Right? But you've also got all the freedom and manoeuvrability, unlike a standard PFD, which are great. I've got a couple upstairs. You'd have seen them on the channel, right? But I always found them a little bit. You've seen them with the big pockets that come out here, and I always find them a little bit restricted. So that's why I like to shrink down. That's why I picked up that Crusader originally. But this I'm extremely happy with, and I'll leave it there. But I'll leave you, right? Which I've copied off the Decathlon website, so you could go watch it yourself. But I'll leave you with a quick, I think it's a minute and a half video, right, of a guy jumping in the water, pulling the handle, and then showing you how to put a new gas bottle in if you need to. Okay then, paddlers, like I said, link in the description if you're after one, if you're after a new one. But if I can say you won't be disappointed when you get it and try it on and stuff. For me personally, I'm extremely happy, right? But each to their own. But like I said, with it being Decathlon, you get it, you don't like it, your money, you send it back, you'll have your money back in your bank account within. Well, I'm not going to say, because if I say 48 hours and it happens and somebody says that it's been 48 hours and I have my money back, George, somebody will look at me. Okay then, paddlers, thanks for watching. Let's get a thumbnail. No, that'll confuse people. There you go, here's a good thumbnail. We'll think, why has he got 2 up? There you go. Right, I'll catch you later. Cheers.